Hey, welcome back, Lee. Hey, Paula. All right, gotta get warmed up. So remember, when you're watching the stream, it's probably showing up as inverted. So this is my left hand, this is my right hand, left leg, right? So I'm doing orthodox stance by and large. So left jab, right cross, left hook, and then rear, right roundhouse. Let me see that combo you showed us. It's just jab, cross, hook, round kick, right? So jab, cross, hook, round kick. So that's all I've been doing for the last 10 minutes, 9 minutes. Hey, John. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that roundhouse has a fair amount of displacement power. Low, medium, high. Spinning back kick. That spinning back kick ain't it, boss? What do you mean it's not it? Okay. Yeah, I'm just pushing it away. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah, I've been getting the proper distance. If I'm too close, then I'm just pushing it. Was it better? No, James, it's fine. Like, you're making good points, so that's fair. Was that last one better though? I tried to adjust the distance a little bit. Yeah, William, you too. Thanks. No, I appreciate it. So, all right. Let me try to get that distance dialed in. I mean, like I said before, like the spinning back kick is still something I'm trying to develop slowly. So. I started in 2018 when I joined like Jeet Kune Do group classes, basically. Since then, I've learned a little bit of Muay Thai, a little bit. I just never been able to be regular at going to the gym just because life gets in the way. So. Hey, Potato. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, buddy. You know, as long as people keep the feedback constructive, like that's cool. You know. So James and William were giving me, you know, some good specific feedback. So I'm always grateful for that. Yeah. All right. So if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do that. I try to do these streams every day. I didn't yesterday because I was too tired, but I do these streams in the evening, late in the evening for me. Try to line up your hips to the back before you kick. Okay. Before you kick out and drive your leg into it like a flick kick. Yeah. All right, let me try. So. Lost my balance and my alignment. far as I understand, like I'm supposed to end the spinning back kick kind of like in this position where it's like straight line like this, right? So pivot on the foot, lift up the leg, and then shoot it back, and then try to end up in a straight line. Yeah, struggling to spin. That's fair. Yeah. Just touch the bag. I don't know about that, but okay. Damn it. Thanks, William. Appreciate it. All right, let me. Was that better or? Okay. Oh, no, I'm not doing spinning roundhouse kick. I don't even know what a spinning roundhouse kick would look like, so. I usually stick to simple kicks anyway, like that spinning back kick is as elaborate as a kick as I'll ever attempt, so. Yeah. All right, we keep trying. Anyway, has anybody subscribed yet? No, I messed it up. I messed it up. Ignore what you just saw. All right, I'm going to go back to doing some punching. Yeah, I weigh very heavy. So, that's something that I'm trying to fix, but it takes a lot of discipline, right? It's not just about working out. You gotta watch what you eat, and I really like to eat. So, Yeah, this bag is, the base is full with water, right? So if you go on Amazon and you search for Wave Master XXL by Century, Wave Master XXL, and you scroll down to the specs, you'll see that according to their specs, the bag weighs 268 pounds when it's full. So that's pretty much what it weighs. And you can see how my weight compares to it, right? So, just to give you an idea. So yeah, I'm very heavy, and that's something I wish was not the case. And I'm trying to work on it. But it does give me a lot of displacement power, like, you know, when I do a round kick, like you'll definitely hear it, right? So or that spinning back kick, or even a teep, right? Like I said before, my technique doesn't even have to be all that good, right? For me to displace things fairly well. So as a teep, like teep from the back leg, teep from the front leg. Oops. Flying knee. Roundhouse low, roundhouse medium, roundhouse high. I can do like a low teep, and then question mark kick down. Oh yeah, hands up all the time. Yeah, sorry. Okay, cool. Glad you like the question mark. No, I've never been in a fight. I don't ever put myself in a situation to be in a fight, so. Okay, cool. Thanks, empowering. All kicks are perfect now. Okay. No, I don't train wrestling at all. I don't like the idea of kind of rolling on the ground, but to each their own. I meet a couple side kicks as well. So I like to do a real leg side kick where I kind of bring it up and then pivot on my pivot foot at the last second, and then just gonna shoot it that way. It's kind of the same energy, similar energy to the spinning back kick where you kind of end up like this. The real leg side kick is kind of similar. So hands up. I do like that rear leg side kick because it's not too technical for me, so. Then there's the kind of walking lead leg side kick, which is kind of like Bruce Lee side kick, right? Where you just kind of do this and then shoot with the lead leg. Keep. So on the teep, I try to remember to bring my knee up and then thrust with my hips, right? So I've done gentle sparring with a couple of partners at my gym. Not regularly, but I've done it a few times. And it's, you know, it's definitely something else, right? The partners I work with, they're really good about watching the power, right? And keeping the energy sort of, you know, soft so we can focus on developing our combined movement. I just haven't been able to do it regularly because I'm not at the gym regularly. So, but really good people there though. And whenever they do spar, like they're really on point with keeping the power in check and really helping each other kind of develop both defensive and offensive counter moves. So, but yeah, I've never been in a fight, you know, amateur or professional, never will be. So it's not really my goal in life. Yeah. So anyway, all right, I gotta go back to doing my combos. Jab, cross, hook. Jab, cross, hook. thanks for the hearts. Thanks for all the likes. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, low, low. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, low, low. Jab, cross, left hook. Ooh, left around house. That's a switch kick then. Hey Riz. Yeah, I'm gonna drink water in a second. Jab, cross, hook, switch kick, left. That would be the one you said, right? So, jab, cross, hook. I am the tiger. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get some water. In a second. Hey, have you all subscribed? Oh yeah, Riz, I know you have. Thanks, buddy. It's good to see my regulars. People who are with me through the grind, day in, day out. Oh, maybe we can spar one day. Yeah. Yeah, it's 10:24 p.m. for me. I'm in Texas. No, only striking arts. I've never done jujitsu. So the reason I got into all this, like even back in 2018 when I joined the Jeet Kune Do gym, was to do something that's kind of fun and keeps me active, right? So for me, like just I fully respect and admire Jiu-Jitsu as an art that's integral to, you know, self-defense and any kind of good offensive and defensive game. But to me, it just doesn't seem like a fun thing to do. So I have friends who do Jiu-Jitsu and I watch them roll around the floor and they have a lot of fun. It does not look like fun to me. So that's why I just kind of never got into it. But I fully respect and admire all the amazing, you know, BJJ practitioners out there. So for sure, I think it's a great art, and if you have the fortitude for it, you know, it's definitely worth doing. But for me, I just, you know, I just like staying up here, right? And like I said, I've never been in a fight. I don't ever intend to be in a fight, so it's really not going to matter to me. So. I am losing weight on the left leg, okay? So, okay, but just remember that this is my left leg, right? My right leg is in the back. So that's what you're talking about. Okay. Okay, watch out for that low kick. So, I mean, to my understanding, the point is to keep the weight distribution pretty even, right? Definitely not put too much weight on the front leg. If anything, keep it more on the back leg, but ideally more like even. So, if I see a low round kick come at me, then I can check it, right? If my weight is on my front leg, I'm not going to be able to do that, right? So, anyway, okay. So, whenever I'm working my combos, I'm trying to kind of stay bouncy like this, right? Because otherwise I have a tendency of just kind of being rigid, legged, just kind of punching, right? So I'm trying to keep moving, you know, just kind of bouncing in place while I'm working the combos. So those were, okay. Giovanni, yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. There's a lot of things I need to do. And then there's what my schedule and my lifetime allows me to do. So, my lifestyle. So, okay. Yeah, so the jabs I was doing were more like my power jabs, right? So when I'm just kind of doing chill combos, right, I'm more bladed, right? And so my jab is just mostly a, you know, elbow extension with a little bit of shoulder, right? Now, if I want to do a power jab, what I'll do is I'll take that left leg and move it a little bit to the side. So I am less bladed, I am more kind of almost squared, right? So that whenever I do a jab, now I can actually put hip rotation into it, right? Versus bladed, no hip rotation into it, but more squared, and then I can like so like when you see those videos of Floyd Mayweather when he's doing those famous jabs at the back, right? They sound amazing. If you look at his stance, he's not so much purely bladed, but he is a little bit squared, and he's able to put very, very subtle but meaningful rotation, hip rotation into his jab. So, but obviously I don't always do these because they kind of take a good amount of energy. So, oh yeah, I gotta keep my elbows in. You're right, you're right, you're right. Like, this is a problem for me. I gotta remember to how do you land better hooks without hurting wrists? Yeah, like mind your alignment, right? So you can see that these gloves that I'm wearing, they're just kind of wraps, so they don't hold my wrists in place at all, right? So I'm throwing some pretty strong punches, but I have to be mindful to not tweak my wrist. So for me, that's intentional. I just don't want to get too complacent in having tight wraps all over my wrists. I just kind of keep my wrists in place, but by doing this, it kind of forces me to stay mindful of keeping my wrists sort of well aligned on the different punches and tight as well, right? All right. Hey, it's kind of difficult for me to keep up with all the comments, but plus I'm not wearing my glasses, so most everything is blurry. I have to like squint sideways to. Yeah, shadowboxing would be a good thing for me to do. All right, I'll shadowbox. Here you go. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I'm gonna get some water. Y'all debate things among yourselves.